Hello, this is David Geller of Jeweler Profit. I want to give you a very quick review of how the Edge exports to QuickBooks. Below this video on our page is a more detailed video, which is really meant for people who want to know the details of it, the bookkeeper, and the boss. But this is just to give you in less than 5 minutes down and dirty how it works. The Edge is a fantastic program to handle inventory, deposits, point of sale, receipts, take-in repairs, custom design, and such. And it does not do anything for accounting on its own. It exports to QuickBooks, which is really the best way because QuickBooks handles accounting much better. You can download your banking and credit card expenses into QuickBooks as well as payroll, or enter payroll in a different manner. So that is what I'm going to show you today in this very short video, is how the Edge exports to QuickBooks. So in this one and the one below it, which is much more detail, this is what I have done inside of the Edge. I'm not going to show you what I've done inside the Edge in this video, but the video below, I'll show you how I make a sale and how it lowers inventory in the Edge as well as QuickBooks. Take in some deposits and such. To use QuickBooks with the Edge, it will only work with the desktop version. It will not use with online QuickBooks. Online QuickBooks is not a very good program in and of itself, and if you need to have online because your accountant says he or she would like to connect at any time, you can get either for free or a small fee a program like TeamViewer or LogMeIn, where you or the accountant from a cruise ship can connect to the store and look at your QuickBooks. You could look at how your store is doing while you're sitting on the beach. So in this QuickBooks file, it has absolutely no sales figures for the month of December. If we run a profit and loss statement for December, that's what it has. So this is something very few people get to see, is how QuickBooks looks before you get started with the Edge. So in QuickBooks, though, I have put in beginning numbers on the balance sheet. So if we come here into QuickBooks, on the balance sheet is this company has some money. This is how much inventory they had, how much memo, and then deposits that they would have. So these are the beginning balances for this. So these are the numbers that I got from the Edge. And in the Edge, I have made these transactions which we are going to export. So we've made a sale. It has this cost. We have put aside and lay away some peridot earrings. We've taken in a deposit. That's going to come over. We have picked up a repair and paid for it. That's going to come over. We have, I'm actually showing in the next video how to do a custom job where we charge $2,000, move it around the store, and then finally deliver it. We're going to sell a watch battery. We're going to have a miscellaneous sale. Then we're going to export to QuickBooks. Then I'm going to show you what the profit and loss statement looks like after you export from QuickBooks. The accounts where I got these beginning numbers, I ran the reports in the Edge for our inventory, our memo inventory, our accounts receivable. So these are all the reports I ran in the Edge to get these numbers to put it into QuickBooks. And if I'm helping you with your end of the year or getting you started with QuickBooks, I will run these reports and make sure that your QuickBooks matches those numbers as well. So to be able, after putting these things into QuickBooks, then all you have to do is to export. So you come up here in the Edge to File, Administrative, QuickBooks, Post to QuickBooks Now, put in your code. Now I have already exported, so there's nothing to export. But all you would do is hit OK, and it would send it over to QuickBooks. And this is what it looked like when I exported. It had the number of entries. This was the day, the 13th, that I put this in, and all you had to do was hit OK, and it took about 6 seconds. So it took about 6 seconds, and this is what was shown. So after you exported, all you have to do is this, and bingo, there's the profit and loss statement that comes up after you export it. So this is something that between you and your CPA, you'll never get done correctly. So this was the product sale that we did. That's the cost of the product sale. That came out of inventory. Excuse me, this is your bulk sale, the polishing cloth. That's the jewelry pair that was picked up for $39. That's the custom design job that we did, and there's the watch battery. This is the cost of goods for the product. We have not entered cost of goods yet for the shop. The shop cost of goods is entered by the bookkeeper. Let me bring this over. Hold on 1 second. So this is how I set it up, and the Edge sent over $7,700 in sales. It goes to that account, and then the Edge lowered inventory and put it in cost of goods for $26.36. So this is how I set you up in QuickBooks. So it lowered inventory by $26.36, follow the arrow, and sent it to cost of goods, and then the $7,000 sale went up here into QuickBooks. And that's how we got our profit and loss statement. Then after we got our profit and loss statement, what happens next is we get our money. So the Edge sends over checks and cash, and we deposit them together along with the check that came over for the custom design. And this is our credit card deposit. The Synchrony, we've made a big sale from Synchrony. We deposit this into QuickBooks, and we wait until we get our website report to find out how much the fee is, because with Synchrony they give us less money the next day. The American Express, Visa, MasterCard, we get all of our money the next day. They take it out the first week of the month. So this is the way that we end up doing Synchrony, and by taking that out, you can see right here it takes it out on our profit and loss statement. So all of this didn't take but a few minutes to accomplish. Again, all we had to do was to go in the Edge and export, and we got our profit and loss like that. It started out being 0, but then after we export, we get our wonderful numbers. And then when we export, we get all of our credit cards, and then we have to deposit these individually into QuickBooks. This is all done inside QuickBooks, and we deposited our check for the custom design sale. Then when we got finished with all this, it ended up lowering our inventory, and we didn't have any memo sales. So all of this stuff was altered as well from our export. So I certainly hope that this has helped you, and that if you need some help with this, that is my specialty. Happy to help you with it. And I'm happy to help you get your QuickBooks set up. Or if you've already been using QuickBooks, I can correct your QuickBooks by making it look like this. This is the way that it should look to be able to export from QuickBooks into the Edge. So if this interests you, give me a call. I help people after 1 o'clock Atlanta time. We're on the East Coast, or you can send me an email to david@jewelerprofit.com. And again, I would suggest if you want to see in detail about the export and what happens, go look at the longer video. I actually make a sale in there and take a deposit, make a custom sale, deliver a repair sale and move around the store, and that might interest you. It's just a little bit longer than this one. So I thank you very much and hope this has helped you immensely, and give me a call if I can help you at all. And thanks a lot.